Hey everyone, welcome back to my Fallout 4 Settlement Tour series, here with my Soul Survivor Sin and Dance in the background. Today we are at the Sunshine Tidings Co-op. This is one of my favorite settlements, like ever. So it is up in the north, but it is slowly going down south, right next to Abernathy and Greygarden right up here. So it's like a V of farming area. Very fertile land, apparently, here. And around it is just Walden Pond. I assume that's what this is? No. Walden Pond's here. I don't know what this is, then. It's just a lake. Usually how you find this place is when you're, like, going to Abernathy, you might just start going down south until you come to the dam, where it automatically basically takes you here. I, however, have turned it into a school. Well, a school camp, as it were. Welcome to Sunshine Military Camp. In Save's kind of world, basically at the age of maybe like 9 to 10, you are brought here to become, well, basically you get an education, but you also secretly get military training so you can join the Minutemen. How it works is usually Minutemen will go around and collect new children of age and bring them here. Or parents can bring their own kids here if they feel like it. They get set down and put into the system. There's usually an admin here. I guess everyone's sort of wandering around because it's around noontime, so everyone's sort of going out for lunch and stuff. But I froze time, so they're going to be stuck in perpetual lunch. Which honestly sounds great. I love lunch. Man, I had soup for lunch today. I miss it. We're just going to start this way and then go back around. Over here, hello, we have the junkyard dog that you buy from Jean, aka Garrus, or dog-owning Garrus. Hello. I love her so much. Over here, we have the old Sunshine Tidings Co-op sign that's just been sort of thrown in the dump with the rest of the garbage. Over here, this used to be I guess, like their mess hall where everyone would eat. It's still a mess hall. It's just now a little different. Basically, kids, they get 3 meals a day, but if they decide that they want snacks or if they want an extra serving, because everyone gets one, they can collect, they get tokens for good grades, doing extra chores, and they can come here and like buy snacks. Hello, you are very much not in uniform, lady. This is where she lives. This is all the extra food and where the dinners are cooked for the kids. Places for them to prepare food and for them to clean up. Well, the kids to clean up. Every kid has a chore, and they kind of like change around their chores. These shouldn't be here. I think for some reason the game decided to respawn a bunch of crates everywhere, so we're just going to ignore those because I don't have time to take care of them yet. In this room is supposed to be for 3, I guess you call them counselors or like teachers. They're basically young adults who keep an eye on the children. No, they're not here yet because this place isn't supposed to be opened yet. A dog bed for the dog to come in. Just close the door on our way out. Over here is one of 2 exits to the place. It's literally just some extra potties. I hate that I called them potties. I wanted to say the word porta potties, and then I just stopped at the word potty. I didn't even say the word porta. Over here, though, is to the lake. It's supposed to be like on really nice days, if the kids are really, really good, they can come out and swim in the lake. But there is also, obviously, protection. A guard hangs out here, just a single guard. It's more for if, say, if something comes up from the lake, it's just like, help, we'll run inside. Over here is one of their sources of fresh water, and I believe, not electricity, I believe I have a different place for that. It like runs itself, so it doesn't need any power, obviously. Inside here is the first bunkhouse. There is 6, okay, I just fell through that. There's 6, there's 1, and, I'm like, where is that other bunkhouse? Where could it be? It's literally right in front of me, and I'm dumb. And, they're all the same. They contain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They contain 8 beds. Each bed group gets their own locker. They share the ups and downs, and they get 1 fireplace. That's it. The bare minimum here. However, they are split gendered. These are the female dorms, and the male are that one there, and another one on the other side of that house you can't see. But they are all the same layout. Now, these are the showers. They're about the same. The only difference is I think I give them more hairbrushes and an extra mirror. Because Sin lives a very backwards life. Yes, she does. Over here is the laundry. Because Sin is kind of very backwards in her thinking, obviously the girls have to take care of all the laundry. There are 4 bathrooms. You know, nothing special. They're literally just all the same. There is a turret just in case. It's not live, wink wink, but it's just supposed to scare the kids to make sure they're good. Now up here is a nice view of the whole place. Some people are working. That's nice. I won't see the fruit of their labors because my game is broken and I keep changing the time. We have a guard tower up here, just again to keep an eye out on everything. Ooh. Okay. No offense, you looked real green first in the dark. But this lady is supposed to be able to see, you know, she can see the bathrooms to make sure no one's being bad. Down here is, I guess you call him the dean. He would call himself the dean because he's very high and mighty. But in here is the dean and I believe the teacher. I can't remember who I said lives here together. But it's one of the nicest houses. It's all to themselves. They have everything they need to, you know, make a home-cooked meal and not have to worry about everything else. Though, I do suspect that they would probably have someone else, like, make their food. They'd probably just warm it up here. Down here, we have their bathroom. It's private, but it is kind of far away. I didn't realize, like, how far it is from their home. They have to really kind of walk around at night. We have a lantern here to help them shower at night. This is nice. I love the shower mod. Just take in a shower, close it up, nice and safe. Now, here we are. This is one of the power. I believe this is from, like, Master something. It's vanilla expansions, you know. It's real cool. It's 15 power, which is real nice. But it's connected to a lot of things. I think there's 2 of them. There's one over there. Yeah. So there's just 2. This place doesn't take a whole lot of electricity, thanks to the fact that the water powers itself. Down here, we have, instead of making this into another dorm, this is actually, I wanted to say the medic office, but it's the first aid tent. This is the medic's house, though. It's real empty. It's real fancy. I like to think this person is fancy, but also kind of minimalistic. Like, they got what they wanted, which was a pretty nice bathtub and a nice little secluded area. Though, a lot of peepholes. Be cautious there. Some books for their learning. It's just, you know, supposed to be minimal because they don't exactly spend a lot of time in there. They're always constantly working. In here, we have the clinic. This was actually one of my first aid tents I've did, and I really, really like it. It feels really, really cozy. Obviously, holds 4 sick patients and someone who can sit by the fire. We have the doctor in. Not a lot of supplies out. This is for water/blood packs. Now, everything else within here, you know, all this would be packed full of equipment, extra oxygen, important stuff.
If you work,
and a 24-hour guard. Not always the same lady, but there is only 2 guards, like trusted guards. Oh, in a public library, you know, kids are allowed to have some downtime. They can either read or they can play on the gym equipment, which you can see over there. Now, over here is the start of the boys area. It's just the same 4 bathrooms. This one's kind of way in the earth. I didn't mean to do that. Same, like I said, let's just pop in to show you. Exact same setup. Honestly, it's a little cramped, but I feel like that would be a really nice summer camp. You know, you get the fire, but this isn't summer camp. This is like an 8-year camp. You don't leave this place until you're like 18, and then after, actually no. No, I'd say maybe like 16. Like, this place is like, you know what, you're old enough, time to send you to the second part, which you'll see later is actually my marina tour. I turned it into a military school for older kids. Where there they would just, you know, continue their military training. If they fail, no, stupid auto close doors. They're nice for when you want everything to look like clean and closed. Bad when you want to tour the place because it keeps closing on me. Over here, again, same. Hello, creepy. The marina is for when they're older and they go into the military. If they fail out of any military training, then they become civilians and they get sent off to wherever they're needed to do whatever they're needed for. They can also just leave and go live their life, but they will not get a higher education past what they have at 16. This is just you're going to close them again. Just a single shed. It's originally just like, I think they're one of their other bathrooms. There's a single ghoul laying in here. I moved the workbench in here. There's also a ladder hanging up, but that's all their work equipment if they ever need it. Back over here, though, is our final area. So this is this guard piece, I believe, is Snappy Builds or something like that. I'll have to put in if I remember to do so. But in here is where our Minuteman officer stays. Why the hat, sir? Okay. But so because this place isn't this place is obviously connected to the Minutemen. We do have someone who is specifically here to record everything that needs to be sent over to military brass. Like, hey, this kid is doing really, really good. Maybe we should make him, we should probably have him sooner rather than later. In here is just beds. I don't believe this. Well, upstairs is walkable, so downstairs must be too. It doesn't matter. I've said this before, and I'll say it all the time. Guards don't usually go to bed. They will if you have a lot of guards and not enough space, but for the most part, they just stay put. Now in here, sorry, sir, you looked rough from the walking in. So in here is the schoolhouse. Not all the kids get education at the same time. Obviously, there's not enough desks, so like 6 kids learn, more go out and do work, and then vice versa. They have a single guard to help like take care of all the kids because they're quite rowdy. A play area because, like I said, these kids are pretty young when they come here, and this place isn't supposed to be cruel per se. Strict, yes, but like they still get some playtime. But they have to earn it. That is to be said. If your chores aren't done and done perfectly, you ain't getting any time. It's so cute. The little rocket ship thing, or it's an alien ship, so they can play. Oh, I really, really like this place. I think a lot, like, especially if there's some younger kids, because we're not totally scrupulous about the age. As long as they're, like, semi-competent, you could probably take them. Someone was making some chalk drawings. It helps me to tell where the frickin' gate is. I always lose the gate, because it looks like, tell me where that gate is. You don't know. But actually, that is the end of the tour. This place took a while. I will say it took a while to do. But I'm really, really happy. Oh, actually, no, wait. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. So, this was on purpose. Not forgetting it, but on purpose, as in this character is supposed to be kind of, like, sneaky. He's our provisioner. He doesn't really stay here a whole lot. But he lives just in this little hut that... Oh, I danced. I wasn't expecting him to also crouch. But yeah, he lives in this little hut. There's no way out into the world, but it's also nice and snuck back there. Mostly because they come and go. They don't really hang out in their own space. So no, that is the end of the tour. I always forget that little space. I really, really liked how I was able to it's bigger, but because so many of the houses are all the same, it definitely didn't take as long as it would have if every single house was different, which I have other saves and other builds. Someday I might show off that have each house is like a different store. It's very neat. That is the end of this tour. I'm not sure what my next one will be. I have a short Murkwater tour I might do, just something short, sweet, and to the point. And then I will probably show off the sister location for this area, which is the Egret's Tor Marina, aka my military school. So anyway, have a great day. Bye!